Good day to all of you. I'm Sivaram, former senior executive from Sesha Paper and Boards Limited, Erode. Is glad to meet you once again. In the last three videos, we have seen a brief description of 5 years concepts in part 1, and in part 2, the first step, that is 1S sort, and in the part 3, the second step, 2S, that is set in order. In this part 4 video, we will discuss the most important third step, that is 3S shine. This will be very useful to process and engineering industries. Here we will be focusing on what is the meaning of 3 years, why we need to do 3 years, how to do 3 years, and its benefits with examples. Now let's move into the subject and view the 3 years video. Welcome to 5 years training part 4, 3 years, that is shine. Before moving into the subject, let us recap what are the 5 steps in 5 years. First step, 1S is sort. Second step, 2S is set in order. Third step, 3S is shine. Fourth step, 4S is the standardize. And the last fifth step, 5S, that is sustain. We are repeating this because we need to know the 5 steps in 5 years for better understanding and implementation of the steps in sequence. 3 years, that is shine, is the third most important step in 5 years. Please note that in 3 years, very much importance is given to safety. Before implementing 3 years activities, we must first know the safety aspects and SOPs, that is safety and standing operating procedure regarding the cleaning procedures and the machine operations. In this picture, the supervisor is instructing the operator to read the work instruction, safety warnings and labels before commencing the cleaning process. If warnings and SOPs are not followed, it may cause accidents to humans and machines. And safety and SOPs are given top more priority in 3 years. This slide speaks of safe way to clean. First, you must know what is safe to clean and what is not safe to clean. You must not clean when the equipment is in operation, that is the rotating parts, electric parts, etc. Then what you should do when the equipment is running? You need to simply do inspection of the equipment only. Using your senses like ears, eyes, nose, hands, observe for any abnormalities in the machine and its surroundings. Another important thing is that you should not clean the drive motors and the electrical auxiliaries like panels, starters. Then who will clean these? These electrical parts will be cleaned by trained electrical personnel with special cleaning tools. These people will also use their sensors to identify abnormalities during cleaning process and correct them immediately or record them in the abnormality registers provided in the department, and take necessary corrective actions during next machine shutdown or during order change, etc. Then when to clean the rotating parts in the machine? When the machine is stopped for order change or for any maintenance work, then start cleaning after getting approval, that is line clearance from the mechanical, instruments, electrical personnel concerned. Both the process and maintenance personnel should assure that the works are over and the line is clear, then only start the machine. This is to be strictly followed to avoid untoward incidents from happening. Another very important aspect is that proper safety training should be given at the beginning to the working personnel regarding safety aspects, and also what is safe to clean and not safe to clean to be highlighted. Appropriate PPEs should be used during the cleaning process. PPEs are protective personal equipment. This is a famous saying about 5 years fundamental truth. If you cannot keep your workplaces clean, orderly and accident free, or your factory or your office is not kept neat and tidy, then no customer will ever believe that you can produce quality products or even provide good service to them. As a result, you may lose some of your valuable customers. Remember the famous saying that cleanliness is next to godliness. Hence, we should keep our workplace as clean as our worship places. Now let's see how to implement 3 years step by step. First, you need to prepare a cleaning schedule, whether you need to do daily or during machine starts, whether cleaning to be done at the beginning or end of the shift. The duration of cleaning time should be well defined. All employees should be engaged during this cleaning period. Give ownership of 1 or 2 equipment to each employee for doing 3 years activities. Ensure that every equipment and surrounding area should have ownership without fail. Some supervision and monitoring should be done during the cleaning activity by the shift in charges, area managers, and HOD for effective implementation of 3 years. Management should provide cleaning tools like cotton waste, metallic brushes, metal scrapers, small buckets, dusters, etc. Cleaning chutes should be kept at designated places and after use should be kept back in their respective places. Ensure equipment and the surroundings are kept dry, neat and tidy, where the safe approach to the equipment is ensured. For propagating 3 years activities, you need to prepare 3 years posters and display them at prominent places where all employees can see. This is to prove that management is very much committed in implementing 3 years. After ensuring all these points are in place, then only kickstart your 3 years campaign. Management should also ensure that appropriate PPEs like helmets, safety shoes, hand gloves, nose masks are used without fail during the cleaning activities. Repair all slippery floors, damaged steps, worn out handrails, damaged platforms, etc. to ensure safety of working personnel. There should not be any unsafe places in the factory and no one should resort to unsafe acts. What is the method to clean a machine? It has to be cleaned in all sides, from front, back and both left and right sides. There should be free access to all the sides of the machine. Suppose there are hindrances for free movement at the rear end or the sides of the machine for doing 3 activities, the operator will hesitate and avoid going to this area for cleaning. This part will become a no man's land and we will miss to notice abnormalities in these parts of the equipment. Please note that if small abnormalities are not rectified at the earliest, they may lead to big problems later and cause costly breakdowns of the equipment and also production loss. Each employee should know that cleaning has to be done with some meaning and purpose. That is, he is not only cleaning but he is also doing a complete health checkup of this equipment. 3 years says the cleaning has to be done with meaning and purpose. Cleaning is inspection. Inspecting for abnormalities using your senses like eyes, nose, ears and hands. Train your senses to identify abnormalities. Even small abnormalities should be rectified. A stitch in time saves 9. Please note that no small thing is insignificant and insignificance is not a small thing. Now let's see how to use your senses like eyes, ears, nose and hands to identify abnormalities in the equipment and its surroundings. Using your eyes, you can inspect for abnormalities like grime, dust, leaks, spillages, cracks, wobbling of dry belts, loose parts shaking, low oil level, loosening of nuts and bolts, deviation in operating range in the pressure, vacuum gauges and dial thermometers, worn-off steps in the staircase, damaged handrails and platforms, and damaged earthings in the motor. These all can be seen using your eyes. These are abnormalities. Similarly, with your nose, observe for any abnormal odor like burning, coil smell in electric motors and overheating of electric parts in the panels, etc. Using your ears, you can detect for abnormal knocking sound in the rotating parts in your equipment due to worn out bearings or damaged internal parts. Maybe these can be due to insufficient lubrication or no lubrication at all. With your hands, you can touch the parts of the equipment and feel for abnormal heat or vibration due to damaged internal parts or worn out bearing caused by loose tightening of bed bolts and nuts or due to poor or no lubrication. This is another important thing highlighted in 3 years. You have to focus on two main points, that is sources of contamination and inaccessible places before initiating 3 years. If dust or contamination like chemicals, water, steam condensate or etc. is falling on the equipment and you continue to clean them daily, then this is not the correct way of doing 3 years. Then how to go about? First, you have to identify the sources of contamination. Root cause can be due to damaged glass in the window pane on the wall near the equipment, or a damaged roof, or a worn out or corroded pipeline above the equipment. You have to first take corrective action and ensure these contaminations are arrested and eliminated at source at the earliest. And another important thing is that there should not be any inaccessible places to do cleaning and inspecting around the equipment. Operators should be able to go to all the sites of the equipment for cleaning and inspecting. Example, sometimes leftover old cut pipelines are found protruding from the wall. Leftover electrical cables hanging behind the equipment may lead to drip and fall of the person. Another example is exposed hot pipelines without proper insulation, which can hurt the people during cleaning process. These will cause hindrances for cleaning and inspection activities. Hindrances should be removed immediately. Having identified the abnormalities, what next? Small abnormalities identified which can be rectified by the owner himself should be corrected by him immediately. Such of the abnormalities which cannot be solved by the owner or operator, for which he wants external help from other engineering personnel, should be first recorded in the abnormality register provided in the department and to be followed up with them for rectification. As a follow-up, the shift in charge is concerned and the area manager should also go through these abnormality registers daily and discuss with the respective mechanical, electrical, instruments or civil personnel and take necessary corrective action to rectify the abnormalities at the earliest. Constant follow-up should be taken for the jobs not completed till they are addressed properly. Some jobs can only be done during machine shutdown periods. Such jobs should be listed out and ensure these are corrected during the next available shutdowns. HOD's concern should also monitor these pending jobs, and if they are not corrected in time, should be highlighted in the HOD or technical review meetings with higher officials for activation with target dates. All of should aim for zero abnormality by rectifying all the abnormalities to avoid costly breakdowns, quality defects. This is the Japanese CILT methodology for effective 3 years implementation. JIPM, that is Japan Institute of Plant Maintenance, did a survey to find out the main causes for repeated machine breakdowns and downtime in spite of doing 5 years sincerely. They visited many developed countries and found out that about 60% of the breakdowns are caused by two main activities, that is due to poor or no lubrication and also due to loose tightening of nuts and bolts. Hence they introduced the CILT checklist, that is cleaning, inspection, lubrication and tightening as a foolproof method. Japanese made 3 years mandatory so that operator will go near the machine and do a thorough medical checkup of it during the cleaning period. Giving each employee ownership of the equipment makes him responsible and accountable for the healthiness of the equipment concerned. The operator has to use CILT check sheet and check CILT points and tick in check sheet if they are okay. If not okay and some problem is noticed, he has to mark X in the checklist on the day, and the abnormalities identified have to be recorded in the abnormality register kept in the department and take necessary steps to rectify them immediately by himself or with the help of maintenance person. This method will help you in achieving the 6 zeros like zero accident, zero breakdown, zero customer complaint, zero defects, zero pollution, zero waste. This reminds us that prevention is better than cure. This CILT methodology became one of the Japanese mantras for continuous improvement and success. Here is this format CILT is given in a nutshell for better understanding. Under each CILT activities, what we should do, what are your tools to be used is given in simple words and pictures. This is a sample of CLT check sheet. First, each equipment owner should prepare a similar check sheet for his equipment. What are the parts he will clean should be documented in the check sheet, and cleaning schedule should also be stated. That is, here if you see, these are the C1, C2, see how many parts he has to clean the equipment. He has first you have to discover what are the parts. Okay, that what is the schedule, cleaning schedule. This is daily. S is for shut. Okay, and next. Similarly, for inspection, he should write what are the main parts he will first inspect. Here, inspection. Here he has to write what are the parts he will inspect. Example like pressure, vacuum gauges, and dial thermometer, whether they are showing within the normal reading. If the reading is very high or too low, check the abnormality for root cause and take corrective actions. Suppose it is normal, then he has to tick here, and if it is abnormal, you have to put an X here. Okay. Here for lubrication, write the lubrication points in the equipment. Example, check whether the oil level is normal in the gearboxes, oil reservoir, sight glass in the equipment, etc. By feeling with your hands, check the temperature of the bearing housings, whether temperature is normal. If it is very hot, it indicates that it requires lubrication. Here if you see, here F1 is fortnight, M is stands for monthly. This is given here. What is the meaning of all this? And for tightening, write down the important nuts and bolts locations in the equipment. Example, bed bolts of the equipment, gearbox, motors, etc. Check for their tightness using your hand. If found loose, take corrective action with the help of mechanical person by proper tightening them. This is the, you have to describe here what are the locations here for tightening all this, and what is the schedule. Please tick if the condition is normal and mark X for the abnormality observed. Attend to small abnormalities immediately which you can resolve. If others' help is required to rectify the abnormalities, please record them in the abnormality register provided in the department and follow up with the people concerned for rectification. Safety jobs to be given top priority for rectification. As 6 times saves 9, prevention is better than cure. And don't forget to write down the frequency of CLT activities in the check sheet and stick to it without fail. Some abnormalities cannot be done online. Such abnormalities should be recorded in the abnormality registers and with the help of maintenance person should be rectified in the next available shutdown or during water changeover period. For better communication, this picture shows that the operators are doing a medical checkup for identifying abnormalities during cleaning activity. This man is cleaning, and this after cleaning is checking for abnormalities, and quick response immediately. If they can resolve this abnormality, they are doing it immediately. This is to achieve the zero targets. For better communication propagation, we need to display 1S, 2S, 3S posters at relevant and important places for spreading awareness among employees. This activity shows that top management is very much committed in implementing 5 years in the organization. After successful launching of 5 years in the company and after a gap, you can conduct weekly celebration for 1S, 2S, 3S periodically to sustain 5 years activities. This is a Tamil poster saying that we will be celebrating 1S week from 4th June to 10th June 2018. If 1S is not completed within 1 week, you can extend the dates till all departments have completed 1S activities. I'll read out this in Tamil. பணியிட மேம்பாட்டில் ஆரம்பமே 1S, 2S and 3S முறைகளாகும். பணியிட தூய்மையாக இல்லாவிட்டால் பிரச்சனைகள் அதன் காரணங்கள் வெளியே தெரியாது. 1S, 2S, 3S முறைகளை பின்பற்றிய பிறகே அவை வெளியே தெரியும். தூய்மையான இடமே பாதுகாப்பான பணியிடமாகும். 1S செயல்முறை தேவையற்ற பொருட்களை அகற்றுதல். Example, waste, scrap, unused, substandard, access, obstructing the work. These all to be eliminated. Next, in Tamil, 2S set in order. நமது பணியிடத்தை தூய்மையாகவும் சீராகவும் பாதுகாப்பும் வைத்துக்கொள்ள வேண்டும். அப்பொழுது தான் நாம் தரமான பொருட்களை உற்பத்தி செய்யும் நிறுவனம் என்ற நம்பிக்கை வாடிக்கையாளருக்கும் பார்வையாளருக்கும் ஏற்படும். செயல்முறை தேவையுள்ள பொருட்களை சீராக வைத்தல். ஒவ்வொரு பொருளும் தேவைக்கு ஏற்றவாறு ஓர் இடம் ஒதுக்குதல். பொருட்களின் மீதும் அதை வைக்கும் இடத்தில் அடையாள அட்டைகளை எழுதி வைத்தல். ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் டேக்ஸ். 2Sஐ கடைப்பிடிப்பதனால் தேடும் நேரம் மீதமாவதுடன் மன உளைச்சல் இன்றி செய்யும் வேலையை சிறப்பாகவும் பாதுகாப்பும் செய்ய முடிகிறது. This poster is for 3 years week celebration. Here too, if I'll read in Tamil. பக்திக்கும் வழிபாட்டிக்கும் உரிய இடம் ஆலயம் மட்டுமல்ல, நாம் பணிபுரியும் இடமும் தான். சுத்தமும் சுகாதாரம் நம் வாழ்வின் ஆரோக்கியத்தின் ஆரம்பம். பணியிட தூய்மை பாதுகாப்பின் மேன்மை. முதலில் பாதுகாப்பாக தூய்மையாக செய்ய வேண்டிய முறைகளை புரிந்து கொண்டு பிறகு தூய்மை செய்ய வேண்டும். தூய்மை செய்யும் போது உங்கள் புலன்களையும் பயன்படுத்தி அசாதாரண நிலைகளை கண்டறிந்து அப்நார்மல் ரெஜிஸ்டரில் எழுதி அவைகளை விரைவில் நீக்க வேண்டும். These posters can be both in English and Tamil for effective communication. These are some examples of safety posters. Slogans like good housekeeping, promote safety, practice safety, your family, your friends and your company depend on you. Similar posters can be displayed highlighting safety and good housekeeping. These are some slogans or stickers displayed on wall highlighting safety points and good housekeeping. Safety first. Make your workplace safe before starting the job. Always stay always alert. Follow safety rules strictly and don't get hurt. Think safe, work safe, be safe. Good housekeeping, promote safety, do your part and keep your ownership areas always clean. Best gift you can give your family is you please work safe. These are some of the slogans. Similarly, you can display safety and housekeeping slogans in your company. And from management side, they have displayed a big poster at the company's main exit gate. Management is grateful in thanking its employees for keeping their workplaces neat and tidy and also working safely. It also says with the help of employees, management's aim is to become an accident-free factory. These type of posters are essential to create awareness among its employees and other stakeholders that management is committed in maintaining good housekeeping and safety of all the workplaces. They will also boost the morale of employees and also improve the image of the organization. Here, if you see the poster, it is written in Tamil, என்றும் மனமகிழ்வுடன் பணிக்கு வாருங்கள். பணியிடத்தை தூய்மையாக வைத்து பாதுகாப்பு பணிபுரியுங்கள். மனமகிழ்ச்சியுடன் இல்லத்துக்கு திரும்புங்கள். நமது நோக்கம் விபத்தில்லா தொழிலகம். பாதுகாப்பாக பணிபுரிந்தமைக்கு நன்றி. Now let's see what are the benefits in doing 3 years. First, you will be creating a safe, clean and conducive workplace. Employees will love to work in these workplaces. This also helps in achieving the 6 zeros. What are the 6 zeros? Zero accident, zero breakdowns, zero customer complaints, zero defects, zero pollution and zero waste. Also improves the morale of the employees and they take pride in working in your company. As a result, you get more improvement suggestion, that is kaizens from your employees. Ultimately, image of the company and profit will also improve. We have come to the concluding part of this video. I would like to end by quoting a saying that clean people and healthy people can make a wealthy country. Hence, let's be committed and maintain good housekeeping and ensure safety at a workplace and bring pride to our company and to our country. My next video will be on forests, that is standardized. Please don't miss it. Thank you all for your patient hearing. If you like to view my previous videos of my profile and my journey through Seshasai Paper and Boards Limited and my next videos on 5 years concepts, 1 is sought, 2 is set in order, can please visit YouTube searching Learning with Sivaram. If you like this video, please don't forget to press the like button and also click the subscribe bell and share among your friends, factory employees and college students. I require this information to assess how many persons have gone through this video and like them so that I can move forward and prepare further videos on management system tools, etc. Once again, thank you all. Have a nice day.